So I suppose we should start by really explaining our partnership. So the university partnered with Sodexo and with Chartwells to bring in experts in the field of our accommodation and our catering field to allow the university to focus on the core business of our teaching and our research. What we found with that is that Sodexo and Chartwells also brought with them global expertise and success in delivering sustainable initiatives. And Jamie can really explain what those initiatives were and the impacts that we really benefited from across the university to really be able to deliver some really good step changes for the university.
So yeah, as you can see on the screen there, we've outlined some of the key initiatives that have had the greatest impact in our contracts with the university. The main ones really are the Chartwells, who look after the catering and retail operations on behalf of the university, introduced an application called Too Good To Go, which offers discounted meals to staff and students across the institution. Northumbria University were the first in the UK to get on board with this particular app. It's available not just to universities, but also to the wider retail and catering industry as well. So it was a really useful tool that's gained increased usage through the student body. With that, we've also, between ourselves, Sodexo and Chartwells, as well as the university's own internal efforts, reduced waste by over 100 tonnes in the past 12 months, which is a fantastic achievement for an institution that's got about 30,000 students and 3,000 staff. So it's quite a challenge to deliver that kind of saving, but through these initiatives and the innovative partnerships that we've built, it's an incredible figure. But we're also not just looking inwards about what we can do in our partnerships, but also what we can do externally. So through Sodexo and our Global Stop Hunger Foundation, we've brought in an organisation called Fair Share, who support food banks across the UK. We've brought them on board to create food banks and food donation points throughout the institution to divert food from waste from our student accommodation, as well as programmes with staff. So we built that, as well as British Heart Foundation, to increase reuse through the use of donation points across campus. You can see there the figures that we've delivered in the first 12 months of this project. And I think one of the key things that we've put up on the screen there is that these kind of multi-stakeholder partnerships are crucial to create those links that will make these goals effective in the long term. And one of the things about this project is it's not just a one-off, we've done it for the 12 months, let's change it. This is a project that is built based on the contracts we have with Northumbria University that will improve each year, and will sort of, the cumulative impact will be monitored with tweaks to it each year to improve that success. And we're already off to a good start in our new year, which started at the beginning of August. So we're in a really good position, and hopefully you can see from these figures that effective partnerships can really have a tremendous impact for a positive, sustainable future.
And I think just from the university's point of view, we see this as being the starting point for our sustainability and partnerships that we have with both Sodexo and Chartwells. What we intend to do is have this as a bit of a baseline, and every year we will grow these initiatives, but add to the initiatives, so we don't expect this to be where we stop, where we start. This is also embedded into our university vision and the strategy that the university currently have. So we've got very much support from the top down, which I think is absolutely imperative, and the support behind sort of me and the university side that I sit within, but also partnerships is literally from the top. And I think without that, we just couldn't have delivered it. And any questions or anything that wants to come through later, I'm more than happy to answer on behalf of either the university or our partners.
So I'm Louise. I'm the Programme Director for the undergraduate courses at Carmarthen Business School, and we've been asked to talk to you about the change we've made within our curriculum over the past 2 years. So it really started that business schools in general have been under criticism over the past few years for paying lip service really to sustainability and ethics within the curriculum. And we had modules on corporate social responsibility and management ethics taught alongside neoclassical economic theory. And in practice, sustainability traditionally in business was taught with a heavy emphasis on economic at the expense of perhaps the social, cultural and environmental aspects. We also found that our students started to become much more interested in sustainable business and wanted to know why we didn't do more within the curriculum to look at contemporary issues. So we wanted to make a change and develop a more authentic offering, in which we didn't embed sustainability within an otherwise traditional business curriculum, but we tried to diffuse sustainability throughout so that for our graduates, a sustainable and ethical approach to business was the norm rather than the novel, rather than the option then. So 2 years ago, we began the process of changing Carmarthen Business School. We firstly revalidated our undergraduate business programs to be underpinned by sustainable and ethical thinking. We started with a blank piece of paper and over a series of months developed a program which still retains key business components but approaches them all from a different perspective. And students also study modules on contemporary issues such as climate change, environmental issues, and also consider the relationship between business and sustainable regeneration. At the same time, we had a change in the teaching and learning strategy, moved towards a much more collaborative and problem-centred learning. Students are given pre-work for each week and then engage in activities in a small group discussion facilitated by lecturers. And our undergraduate program's just taken a second cohort of students. So following on from that, last year we validated an online MBA Sustainability Leadership aimed at students in employment who want to instigate change and encourage more sustainable business practice in their organisations. So the MBA is also based around collaborative activity, where students engage in weekly topics informed by reading and research, and we have recruited from across the world on that programme, and it starts on October the 8th, so it looks quite popular. So as well as other international policy, one thing that was important for us was the Wellbeing of Future Generations Wales Act, to ensure that our graduates are equipped with understanding, empathy, creativity to improve economic, social, environmental and cultural well-being of Wales and of other nations. So we try and engage really locally and regionally. One thing I'd say, we've been really fortunate to benefit from institutional support for our work. We've had the backing of our Dean of Business and Management as well as the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Sustainability and External Engagement. And without the support, we'd found it really difficult to make the complete change that we have. And now it's really paying off in that a number of businesses and the local authority are coming to us with a real interest in what we're doing and are asking how they can work with us in the future.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Claire Summer, and I have the honor of serving as Aim to Flourish's director, which is an initiative housed at the Fowler Center for Business as an Agent of World Benefit at the Weatherhead School of Management at Case Western Reserve in Cleveland, Ohio, in the States. I work remotely full-time from my home in Maine because we are a global program. So I'm delighted to meet all of you this morning, and I want to issue a very warm welcome and invitation to everyone here who's at a university of higher ed, either at undergrad or graduate, who's engaged with and committed to teaching the SDGs as a core competency for global goals leadership, for preparing the kind of leaders that we need to have the world we want and that we know is possible. AimToFlourish.com is a website that enables an assignment that professors offer to their students. We are a completely free nonprofit initiative where we're offering the Aim to Flourish assignment to professors to easily and simply embed into their curriculum in order to achieve learning outcomes related to global goals competency, to experiencing that business not only can be, but is the world's most powerful force for good in the world. The aimtoflourish.com website currently hosts over 1,450 mini case studies, every one of which is written by a student, that talks about a positive and profitable business innovation for one or more of the global goals. And I really encourage you to check out aimtoflourish.com, browse the stories by clicking on innovations, and then by emailing me, and I'm sure we'll all get each other's emails. Mine is Claire@aimtoflourish.com to learn more. So in a nutshell, professors put a challenge to their students to research a business innovation in their local community that's not only doing well for the business, but is also doing good, defined by and as seen through the lens of the SDGs. They conduct an in-person interview, they leave the classroom, they get the experience of interviewing an inspiring business leader, then they publish their story online with their professor's review and approval. And then every story that's published each year, and we're now averaging over 500 stories a year, becomes eligible for our annual Flourish Prizes celebration, which is a really wonderful celebration that's mostly conducted online using social media, that not only celebrates the business leader, but also the professor and student who brought the story to light.
And good morning. Hello everybody, my name's Amanda, as I've been introduced. We'll quickly go into our programme, Positive Impact Partners. I'm really delighted to speak to you all about PIP this morning. It's a really great project for me to work on. It's really fun, and it brings me in contact with some really great people. So PIP, what is it? It's our flagship programme designed to increase collaboration between the university and third sector, increases capacity, and possibly contributes to Leeds communities. So how does it do that? So we take staff and third sector partners, we partner them up, we base that on professional backgrounds, personal interests. So we partner them up, and the range of projects that they can work on, it can be as diverse and interesting as the range of people that we have working in PIP. So that could be around taking a sort of fresh look and way of thinking around a project or their organisation or individuals themselves. It could be around developing new skills or expertise. It could be around a new project which has mutual benefits. So it really is quite wide-ranging. And some of those examples, it could be, we've had some organisations which really needed a kind of sort of new fresh look at their sort of business approaches to sort of drive efficiencies, support their service users better, or it could be around taking an evidence-based approach, so working with an academic at the university to develop a new research project which can be interpreted and implemented in that organisation. So it really is quite diverse, the kind of things that they work on. Although PIP and the projects, individual projects, and we have quite a number, I think over sort of the 2 years that we've been running PIP, we've created over sort of 50 partnerships between staff and third sector partners. But and the outcomes of those can sort of range across the goals. But the one goal that it really aligns to, I suppose, is number 17, partnership for the goals. It's at the heart of PIP is that collaborative approach. So it is about people coming together to work together to build capacity on both sides. It's about sharing values and taking a joint approach, and then driving through those partnerships projects which lead to sort of positive social, cultural, economic and environmental change. So that's PIP in a nutshell. Do check out our website if you want to find out more or get in touch. Thank you very much.